Many people hear about Bitcoin miners and Bitcoin nodes and assume they are basically the same thing, but they are not. Both are important. Both help the network, but they do different jobs. Understanding the difference between a full node and a miner is one of the best ways to understand how Bitcoin actually stays decentralized. Let's start with miners. Miners compete to add new blocks to the blockchain. They gather transactions, build candidate blocks, and use proof of work to try to find a valid block. When a miner succeeds, they broadcast that block to the network. If the block is valid, it can become part of the blockchain. Miners are important because they help order transactions and secure the chain through energy and computing power. But miners do not have unlimited power. This is where full nodes come in. A Bitcoin full node is a computer running Bitcoin software that independently verifies the rules of the network. A full node checks transactions. It checks blocks. It checks whether the rules are being followed. For example, a full node checks that no one is creating Bitcoin out of nothing. It checks that signatures are valid. It checks that blocks follow the size and structure rules. It checks that the supply rules are respected. If a miner creates an invalid block, full nodes can reject it. This is extremely important. A common misunderstanding is that miners control Bitcoin. Miners are powerful because they produce blocks, but they cannot simply change the rules and force everyone to accept those changes. If miners try to create invalid Bitcoin, full nodes reject it. If miners try to break the supply cap, full nodes reject it. If miners try to spend coins without valid signatures, full nodes reject it. So miners propose blocks. Nodes verify blocks. That is the basic distinction. A simple analogy is this. Miners are like people trying to add new pages to a public record book. Full nodes are like independent rule checkers who inspect every page before accepting it. If the page breaks the rules, the node does not accept it. This is why the phrase "don't trust, verify" matters so much in Bitcoin. Running a full node means you do not have to blindly trust someone else's version of Bitcoin. You can verify the rules yourself. Now, not every Bitcoin user runs a full node. Many beginners use wallets or services that connect to other nodes. That is okay as a starting point. But at a deeper level, the existence of many independent full nodes is one reason Bitcoin remains resistant to central control. Full nodes help enforce consensus rules. They help keep miners honest. They help users verify the network directly. Miners and nodes also have different incentives. Miners are usually economically motivated. They spend energy and capital to earn rewards and fees. Full node operators may not receive a direct financial reward. They often run nodes for sovereignty, privacy, verification, or support of the network. This shows that Bitcoin is not secured by one type of participant only. It is an ecosystem of incentives and verification. Miners provide proof of work. Nodes enforce the rules. Users give value to the network by choosing what they accept as Bitcoin. This balance is very important. If miners had all the power, Bitcoin would be more centralized. If users had to trust miners blindly, Bitcoin would be weaker. But because nodes independently verify the rules, miners cannot easily force invalid changes. So what is the difference between a full node and a miner? A simple answer is this. Miners compete to add new blocks to the Bitcoin blockchain. Full nodes independently verify that those blocks and transactions follow Bitcoin's rules. Miners create candidates for history. Nodes decide whether that history is valid. And that separation of roles is one of the reasons Bitcoin is so powerful.